with another video, and in today's video we will go over the differences between Copic markers and the Prismacolor markers. I'm going to give my pros and cons of both markers. It's going to be an honest opinion, and I really do hope that you guys enjoy this. So let's get started. So like I said at the beginning of the video, today's video is going to be a comparison between the Copics and the Prismacolors. And I'm just going to go over charts that I wrote out based on my opinion. So we'll start with the Copic markers. So we'll start out with the prices, and the Copic markers price for a single marker can be based between $3.59 to $5.24 on the Copic website, and the kits can be between $15 to $375 on their website as well. Those are American prices. In Canada, I believe it's almost $8 for a single marker, depending where you're at, and the kits are a little bit more expensive as well. So we'll get started with the pros. So the pros of the Copics is that they're refillable. The cap right here always matches the color that they actually are, and the colors are saturated. And what I mean by that is that when I put the color down, I don't see the white of the paper, which is something that's very, very good in a marker. So those are my pros for those. Now we're going to do, before I get into cons of both things, I'm going to do the Prismacolors. So the price range for the Prismacolors for a single marker can be $3.25, if not cheaper, if not a little bit more expensive. This is based off the Dick Blick website. The kits can be between $22 to $600 from what I can see. They seem to have these really big kits. Pros is they also have saturated colors, which is really nice as well. So I don't really see the white of the paper when I put it down, which is fantastic. They're affordable for artists that are on a budget. I think they're about $4 Canadian for me, the place that I get them, which is half the price of a Copic marker. So. And they don't roll. Those little nubs here make it so that the marker doesn't roll. And if it does, it stops, so it doesn't fall off of my desk. So when it comes to the cons, the pros are based off of my personal experience, and the cons also. So we'll switch over to that. So the cons for the Copics is that they're not affordable if you're an artist on a budget. They cost a lot of money. Even the price per marker in the kits is a little bit on the pricey side, even though it's cheaper than buying a single marker. And the Xiao, even though there's these tiny little nubs on them, roll, so they tend to go away, but roll away sometimes. But like the Copic sketch are pretty flat, which is nice to hold, so they don't ever roll. Those are my only cons for the Copics. And then the cons for the Prismacolors is that sometimes the color of the cap doesn't actually match the color of the marker. For this, let's see if I can't find one. So like that's actually a lot darker than what the cap shows. So I always have to test my markers sometimes. And it's very easy, I'm going to find an example for this one if I can, to mistake their chisel nib one and their brush nib ones. If you don't know the difference between the two of them, there's a chance that you're actually grabbing the wrong one, because their old markers used to be a chisel nib, which looks like this, with a bullet nib, which looks like this. But their newer markers are now a brush nib and a bullet nib. So if you don't know that there's a difference between the two of them, you have a chance of grabbing these ones. And if you don't want streaky art, then this isn't the one that you want. It's this one. And the way that you know that it's a brush nib is from the squiggly lines on the side of it. So In the end, they're both really, really good markers. They have the same amount of pros and cons. But definitely if you're on a budget, I would go with the Prismacolor Premier markers because they're a little bit on the cheaper side. I know there's cheaper markers out there. I'm going to be ordering very soon some of the Touch 5 markers to test them out myself since they're very cheap. Though, and I am going to do a review on them once I get them. But definitely if you're someone who can afford to go for the more expensive markers, knowing that you're going to get the better quality, I would go with the Copics, definitely. But in the end, I use both markers. They work well together. They're perfect for what I need to do. But definitely, if you're on a budget, go with the Prisma. If you're not on a budget, then go with the Copics. So it all depends on what exactly you are looking for in a marker. So I hope this video helps some of you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this Copic versus Prismacolor video. I hope that it was somewhat useful to you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to be notified of future video, make sure you hit that bell that's beside the sub button. If you haven't already, make sure you head over to my Patreon to support me. You can also find various unique Patreon rewards over there. And make sure you tune in every Tuesdays and Thursdays to my Twitch channel where I work on personal art and chat with you guys. I hope you guys have a good week. Yumi Chan here, over and out.